Well, I know you'll agree there's something really calming about the sound of falling water, and on today's segment, we're going to be really looking up close and personal at what Linton's has done here in Elkhart, Indiana. Mark Linton, you're talking about installing a backyard pond and waterfall, and that is an incredible thing in and of itself, but you know, not everybody that lives on a river does this kind of thing, right?
Absolutely. You know, it's usually a draw for those folks that don't have water access. But the concept here is living on the river, you just don't hear the sound of the falling water. Mm-hmm. And that is what makes it so relaxing. Not only here on the back patio, but all you do is just crack the windows open just a little bit and you'll be able to hear this all throughout the house.
Yeah, how soothing is that, especially at nighttime, I would think, right?
Oh my goodness. To see this at nighttime, then those underwater lights show up the waterfall. And something that I really like is how they actually attract insects. And when they attract the insects to the light, then the Japanese koi come up there and feed off of those insects.
And you might even get a casual frog every once in a while, right?
I think we can almost guarantee that frogs will show up as we have here.
Yeah, this is really fun. And you've done such a great job. And still, there's plenty of time this summer for folks to connect with you about getting one of these ponds installed or the waterfall. And they really go hand in glove, don't they?
Yes, they do. And this is something that can operate 24/7, 12 months a year. You know, during the winter time, this takes on a totally different look. You get some ice formations on there. And it's a great way for attracting birds because during the winter time, birds don't have a lot of sources of water.
So it's really great to know that you're helping wildlife, aren't you?
Absolutely.
And you're all about that, I know that.
So am I, yeah.
Well, let's take a walk on the stone pathway here. What do you say, a little bridge going across the
Yeah,
pond?
we actually found this slab of stone, which was absolutely perfect for easy access across here. A little garden path, which not only leads the homeowner, but guests around here, so you can kind of get up close and personal with it. And what we've got here, Craig, are a lot of specimen dwarf types of plantings, which add a lot of interest here. A little different miniature cypresses. We've actually got a lot of different perennials in here that will bloom in the spring, the summer, and then also in the fall.
Mm-hmm. Well, you've done a great job here, and I just love the feel here, Mark, and you're all about curved lines. You've said before in the program that you know, houses, they have the straight lines, but what you do with your architecture, your landscape architecture and design is curvy, and it's kind of curvy here.
Well, thanks for noticing, yes. And of course, it makes it easy to mow and maintain as well. We've got some unique specimen plants here. This is our little dwarf Hinoki cypress. Nice different textures and colors of green here. We've got our Japanese garden juniper, which I like how those branches are trailing over the edge of the boulders and actually meeting to the water's edge.
Do I see a coral bell over there too?
Very good, Craig.
Yeah.
Yes, that's one of our coral bells. You get a high five for that, yes. This is our blue oat grass. I love how it plays off of the globe blue spruce here.
It does.
We've got a little boulder tucked underneath the lower branches. A dwarf Serbian spruce, nice color contrast there. Some little miniature hens and chicks which are starting to come into their glory. Another coral bell in full bloom there, and those flowers attract hummingbirds and butterflies. This is one of our Woodgelia trees and went through the first bloom cycle just a few weeks ago. You can see where the flower heads were. This is a repeat bloomer, blooms in the spring, again in the summer, again in the fall, and it also attracts hummingbirds and butterflies.
Mark, I would say that a do-it-yourselfer would probably delight in his work if he could do something like this, but this is not for amateurs, is it?
No, you know, you can buy those pond and waterfall kits that are preformed plastic.
I've seen those, yeah.
I find them rather disgusting. You know, it's all about replicating nature, and that's of course our goal here, and I think our crew has done an amazingly good job.
Yes. What else do you have going on here?
Well, we've got an Asian influence here, so you see little clues of that with the pagoda lantern here. We've got the Asian fisherman there with the pole down into the water. The homeowner has actually added some turtle and frog statuary, which I love those little accents.
Ground cover choice here, was that a hard one?
You know, we just wanted it to look very natural, and so we've got the double shredded hardwood bark mulch. I love how we've got color contrast going on here.
Yeah, it does really complement what you've done here. Now, we've seen a lot of these different plant varieties on the inside during the show, right?
Exactly.
But you like to bring them out and place them in landscape design, and you have a variety here. There's no doubt about it. Would you say maybe one of the greatest varieties in any one project?
The homeowner particularly likes rare and unusual plants, and that of course is our specialty. And so there's a lot of plant material here that you typically don't find around the Michiana area. And so we've got quite a bit of space in between things, so it's more of a museum type of look, or we call it a living plant gallery.
Okay.
And we've also got two different light conditions here.
Yeah,
because of
I noticed
this huge magnolia tree. We've got shade back there, and so we've tucked in some different varieties of hydrangeas, which will start blooming later this summertime. And then you come just a few feet away from it, then we're out here in full sun.
Now, tell me just a little bit about this one before we head out. That is an incredible look right in the middle there.
Well, thank you, and love that skirting type of
Yes.
action there. That is a Japanese garden patio tree. It's a top-grafted evergreen, beautiful kind of moss green colored evergreen branches, and then just kind of trails over the ground there. Very, very low maintenance. It just does that naturally on its own.
Isn't that great? Well, any other final thought here?
Yeah, I
Mark?
wanted to share this one with you as well as the viewers. This is a little dwarf mini moss cypress, and it's a variegated variety. You see the white variegation in there?
Striking.
It is. And another one just that just simply naturally shapes itself.
Well, installing a backyard pond and waterfall, the theme of today's program. If you want the experts to give you a little assistance, call on the guys at Linton's. Mark, thank you so much.
Thank you, Craig.
As always, a great job, and a whole lot more coming up on the program. You won't want to go away. We'll be right back.